Okay, so your formula for this one is y equals kx, and k stands for constant. It's the same thing as your slope. Doesn't your slope go up constantly, the same as whatever it gives you? Okay, so as you see here, you just don't have a y-intercept. To be proportional, it must go through 0, 0. That's simple. Okay, that's really all you need to remember. And it has to be a straight line. Okay, so these are very, very easy. First thing we do is when we have a graph, a table, we're going to turn that table right side up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 60, 120, 280. Oh no, that's 180. 180 and 240. Pick up your calculator. The row those in. And you are looking at what your y-intercept is. That is all you're looking at. What your y-intercept is. And if your y-intercept is 0, it's proportional. If it's not, it's non-proportional. That's it. That's today's whole lesson.
All right.
Proportional. So they could give it to you a table. They could give it to you as an equation. They can give it to you as a graph. Or they can give it to you as a word problem. Okay? So let's look at these equations. We're going to circle them if they're proportional. Is y equals 12x proportional? Is it? Is it written in the form of y equals kx? Yes. Is y equals 6x plus 1 proportional? No, because the y-intercept is not 0. Y equals 0.75x. Yes. And y equals 1/4 x. Now we're going to write the constant of proportionality. That's just, what's the slope? What's the number in front of the x? That's all it is, with it being proportional. So, this one, do you see is 12. What is the one of y equals 0.75?
It would be
0.75. And what is 1/4? Now I'm going to add one here, and you're going to see why when you get to your work today. Add this one. Okay, what would y'all say on that one?
yeah.
You'd say proportional? Everybody agree?
Yes.
Okay, if you don't know, I'm going to show you a way to check it. Okay? So everybody hit your calculator, y equal. Hit y equal on your calculator. And type in 2x caret top 2, or x squared. Then you have to put the x, so you're going to get a 0 slope, because 2 squared is what some people did today. What are your double squares? I don't either. Scroll over it. Delete that one. Delete. The XTO button. Did everybody find the X? It's your XTO button. Did you hit y equal? That was step 1.
This one equal.
No, that's alpha y equal.
Oh.
Y equal, there you go. Your X is your XTO button beside mode. There you go. Okay, everybody got 2x squared? Sorry, I forgot y'all didn't know how to do the X. Okay. Now go to the right hand side and hit graph. Hit go to. You put a time sign, not an X.
It's upside down mountain.
It's an upside down mountain?
It's like
Well, that's different. That's called a parabola. A parabola. If it had a negative in front of your 2, I guess you'd call it a mountain because you said this is an upside down mountain. Okay. So is that proportional? No, because it has to be a
straight line.
It has to be a straight line. Do we see that? So do you see how you could plug any equation in that y equal to test yourself and see if it goes to 0, 0? Okay? So the square is what throws it. So do you see that one is not proportional? Okay, because it has to be a straight line. Okay. Now, Dakota earns $8 an hour at his part-time job. How would I write Dakota's equation? Y equals?
8.
Perfect. So we would have hours and earnings. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. 1 times 8 is? 2 times 8 is? 3 times 8 is? 4 times 8 is? 5 times 8? Perfecto. Now, we're going to plot this. You have to do your labels, hours, and earnings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we could just go up the side, just like our numbers are, make our life easy. And if you work 0 hours, you make 0 money. Now the next one. We see feet and inches. Remember, your X is always on top, your Y is on bottom. Okay. 1 foot equals how many inches?
12.
12. 2 feet equals?
24.
3 feet equals?
36.
4 feet equals? 5 feet equals?
60.
If you have 0 feet, you have
0.
0 inches. So do you see it's proportional? So how would you write that equation? Perfect. And there are 12 inches per foot. That's how you could write the statement. Now, I don't want to waste your time. Some of you take forever to glue. So you're just going to set that paper aside. We'll come back to it in a bit. Okay, follow my instructions. I wrote them on the board just in case you don't listen to me. You are going to go to your assignments, and you are going to open the one that says proportional, non-proportional together as a class. And I think I will. Yeah, and I actually did open it. Yes. sure you're on the right one, and it looks like a bunch of word problems, and it's a Google form. We're actually gonna do some of them together. This is just the easiest way to. Your first problem should look like this. If yours doesn't look like this, you're on the wrong form.
Or period, also type 1 centimeter.
Woo! You've already got 10 points.
Yay!
I had somebody make a 30, and I do all but 3 of them with you.
Oh.
Yes, welcome to my life, teacher. Okay, the word problems, you're looking for those keywords when you're looking for proportion that's going to mean that there's a y-intercept, okay? And then you know it's not proportional. So let's look at A. Marco wanted to start collecting baseball cards. He decided to buy 2 baseball cards each month.
Yeah.
Would that be proportional?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's probably my answer, but we're gonna read them all because sometimes you say A is the right answer and it's not, okay? Let's look at B. Marco had 35 baseball cards in his collection. Isn't that my y-intercept?
Yes.
Isn't that his beginning? Automatically you know that would cross at 35. I said it, yours doesn't look like it. C. Marco had 5 baseball cards in his collection. Did he start with 5? I'm sorry, that says 15. It looks like 5 on mine. That one's so close to it. So that is his y-intercept. It would start at 15. Marco had 20 baseball cards in his collection. Isn't he starting his y-intercept at 20?
Yeah.
So yes, 8 was your correct answer. Okay, we have a local donut shop that sells donuts in boxes. Each box contains 2 more caramel donuts than chocolate donuts.
No,
Why?
because it's 2 more caramel donuts, then it's not just.
Okay, so it
2.
says the word more, which means plus, and in y equals kx, I cannot have a plus or a minus, can I? No. Okay?
It's not me.
The
Because that's what.
The local donut shop sells donuts in boxes. Each box contains 1 less caramel donut than chocolate donuts. Says less, so that can't be correct. C. The local donut shop only sells caramel donuts in boxes. Each box contains 8 caramel donuts. There you go. You're only talking about caramel donuts. Voila. Let's look at the last one though. The local donut shop sells donuts in boxes. Each box contains twice as many caramel donuts as chocolate donuts. No. You do number 3 on your own. That means don't look at your neighbor. Okay, number 4. Kim owns a chain of grocery stores. At each location of her grocery store, she employs 5 more male employees than female.
Nope, that's more.
It has the word more, so that would be an addition sign. B. Kim owns a grocery stores. At each location, her grocery store, she employs 2 more baggers than cashiers.
It's more.
It says more again. Kim owns a chain of grocery stores. At each location of her grocery store, she employs 5 baggers for every 2 cashiers.
Yeah, because it has 4 every, so it's her.
Okay? But at that store, what if she had 10 baggers?
Oh.
Ooh. If she had 10 baggers, how many cashiers would she have? 4. probably not it. Look at D. Kim owns a chain of grocery stores. At each location of grocery store she employs 3 managers and 16 cashiers. No ifs, ands, or buts. 3 managers and 16 cashiers, no matter where the store is. Do you see that one? That is your answer. Because do you see how C could change depending on how many baggers she has? Total difference right there. Number 5. A backpacking company requires each camper joining the hike to bring 2 flashlights. The company also supplies 8 tents to the hiker. Because aren't they giving them something? That would be adding to them. A backpacking company requires each camper joining the hike to bring a flashlight. The company also supplies 3 extra flashlights. They're giving them something. C. A backpacking company requires 1 tent for every 2 campers joining the hike. Maybe. Okay, let's read D. A backpacking company requires each camper joining the hike to bring their own tent. The company also supplies 1 extra tent. Okay, so do you understand C? They are requiring every 2 people to bring a tent. That's it. They're not giving you anything. There's nothing extra. Do you see that? Now, you are going to see now, we're going to try to change gears. They're going to give us an equation, which is nice because we can get rid of 2 answers automatically. Marcel's weekly salary is given by S equals 9H. By looking at that formula, is it proportional or non-proportional? Proportional. So I could automatically mark out B and D. I'm now down to a 50-50 chance of getting it right. You have to be careful in the letters. It says, where H is the total of number of hours worked in a week, which one of the following statements is true? Marcella's weekly salary, S, has linear proportional relationships with H. That is the same thing as there too. Okay, those say the exact same things from there to there. Just so you know that. The total number of hours worked in a week, and she earns $9 per hour. Or is it the total number of hours worked in a week, and she earns $9 per week? Because 9H, wouldn't that be 9 per hour? I've had many kids go, oh, it's C. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to hire you to do something because I'm only going to have to pay you $9 a week. That's really cheap. Okay, they're like, oh no. I said, well, that's what you just said, right? So you have to make sure it makes sense. Kind of like, you know, when you took a test and we paid $100 for a shirt. Yes.
Common sense.
Yeah, like common sense. Like some of y'all paid $100 for a shirt on your last test. I told you I wanted you to become my customer. Okay, number 7. A water tank contains 500 gallons of water. Mike opens an outlet pipe to drain the water from the tank. The amount of water remaining in the tank was given as W equals 500 minus 5H. Non-proportional. Okay? I now have a 50-50 chance. Where W is the gallons of water remaining and H is the number of hours, which of the statements is true? Okay, the first part says the same thing. The amount of water remaining, W, has a linear non-proportional relationship with H. Those say the exact same thing right there. Okay? C says the number of hours and the outlet pipe drains a total of 5 gallons of water.
No.
Or the number of hours an outlet pipe drains water at a rate of 5 gallons per hour. It's not going to drain a total of 5 gallons of water. 5 per hour. You do 9 and 10. Listen to me. Once you finish, you're going to hit submit. Then you're going to open notes practice together. This is what it should look like. Okay, go. You're doing 9 and 10 and hitting submit. you're fine. While you're waiting. Okay, you should have finished those two. It should be on this. Okay, so you were moving the letters, the boxes don't move. Some people try to move like the boxes won't move. Okay, some of y'all are rocking and rolling on this, so this won't take long. A, proportional or non-proportional?
Proportional.
Proportional, perfect. Tia's dessert cost her $2.50 plus 15 cents per topping.
Non-proportional.
Good. Who are my rock stars that have already put that one in your calculator? Is it was your y-intercept 0? I can tell you right now, that's
No,
gonna be the long,
it
that's
wasn't.
gonna be what takes you the longest is throwing the ordered pairs in your calculator. You say no? What was it?
-2.
Perfect. So if you say no, it is non-proportional. Because these graphs are easy. Look at 0, 0. Is it crossing 0, 0? No. So it is non-proportional. What about E?
Not proportional.
Non. It has a y-intercept of -7. To be proportional, it must be 0, 0. And Oster's running at a speed of 4.3 miles per hour.
That is proportional.
Because you would write that as y equals 43x. Okay, G, throw it in your calculator.
It's proportional.
And they say it's proportional because your y-intercept is 0. If I'm looking at that beautiful graph. Is that proportional? Yes. And what about I? Non-proportional. Okay, we're gonna do the next slide, and if everybody's good after the next slide, we will stop and start working on our work. Okay? That's what I've done with the rest of my classes. Okay. So, look at the first one. Proportional or non-proportional? Proportional. So that is either Nikki or Tran. You're going to type their names in the box. Nikki said she has a point at -24 on the line. Tran says he has a dot at 2, -2. Remember your ordered pair, you walk on your X and then go up or down. So is it Tran or is it Nikki? Tran, because if I went right to down to, if my pen, do you see it? So that is on my dot. That is on my line. Okay, everybody pick up your calculator. Put in your table. Don't say it out loud. Give everyone a chance. Okay. Proportional or non? Non. So is it Carlos or Kaylee? Kaylee, because there's 2 -8 in it. Good. Is the next one proportional or non-proportional? Non. And it crosses at 0, 1, so it has to be Carlos. So who's left? Nikki. And you have -2, 4, so that does make that true. Is everyone good, or do we need to do the next page? Okay, everybody good? Okay, so you are not going to do any more of this. You're going to go back to your assignments. And you are going to go to the practice. That is your work. Due by 8:04. But you have plenty of time to finish it now. And then you'll want to glue in on page 16 once you finish.